What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. This is the Drop Clutch Garage, and we're super excited today because the engine is finally going back into the 65 coupe. It's been a long time coming, and it's the original 289 that came out of it. But before we do that, we have a few other things to prep before we put it in. I'm gonna go ahead and install the master cylinder. Doing a power disc brake conversion. So I wanted to go ahead and put that in before the engine just to make sure I don't scratch any of the new fresh paint on the engine bay. And I think it'll be a little bit easier to install without the engine in place, give me a little more breathing room to be able to install that master cylinder. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I went with a master power brakes unit. We can see it right there. I'm not gonna bleed it on the bench. I'm actually gonna install it and bleed it while it's in place. I think that's just gonna be a little bit easier for my situation to have it nicely mounted and bleed it in there before I hook up all the brake lines. So let's get it installed. So this is the pedal support bracket. Originally, the master cylinder had bolts going through it that would thread through these bolts into the bracket. As you can see, with the new master cylinder, there are actually welded studs that go through the firewall. So what the instructions recommend I do is to drill out these nuts with a 3/8 drill bit before installing the master cylinder. All right, guys, that's one modification I have to make. The second modification I have to make is, as you can see with the support brace, just barely, it is touching. I believe if you either have an export brace or these original shock tower braces, that has to be modified right here. So I think I have to just grind or just cut just a hair off this bracket right here. Let me get a little closer here so maybe you can see how close it is. Just barely touches that. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt in the rest of it just to make sure I don't have to clear the rest of the brace while I'm at it as well. All right, so we'll start with, go ahead and drilling out that bracket, the pedal bracket. Once it's all drilled up, then I'll go ahead and clean it up and get it painted as well. This is how much clearance I had to make in the strut tower brace for the master power booster to clear. As you can see, that's quite a bit. These aren't as strong as the one-piece export brace as it is, and especially now with also having to make clearance out of the piece that comes into here that then bolts to the bulkhead. I'm just gonna go with a one-piece export brace. It's a much stronger piece, and it's definitely gonna look a lot better than this as well. So I'll go ahead and put some paint on that side I had to cut and clear so it won't rust. But now I have the clearance, and I already put in an order for the export brace. So we are all set with installation of the master cylinder and power booster. Alrighty guys, the engine is just about ready to go in. The only thing I have left to do here is get it on the hoist. Once it's on the hoist, I'll be able to put on the flex plate, get it all torqued down, and then we'll be able to lift it up and put it into the car. Guys, the engine's ready to go in. I got a buddy here, he's gonna help me get it into the engine bay without scratching up the fresh paint. So let's get going. Alrighty guys, that is a wrap for today's video. As you can see, got the engine installed. Also went ahead and put in the radiator. I went with an original looking 3-core radiator, so a little bit of an upgrade, added cooling benefits. Went ahead and installed the battery tray. Over there we can see we got the master cylinder installed with the combination valve. Only thing left to do with that is going to be to run all the brake lines. And from this point on, it's just gonna be a lot of assembly, a lot of add-in pieces and parts. Guys, I also wanna take this time, give a huge shout out to my new friend Logan. Logan, thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to me. Good luck restoring that 67 Mustang with you and your dad. And with all that being said, guys, make sure and stay tuned. Lots of fun and exciting installations coming up next for the 65 Coupe. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you next time.